Father, I love you, Father. I love you. These simple and direct words carry an emotional weight that transcends any complex phrase. In many families, these three small words may be said casually, but the true meaning behind them is immeasurable. A father's love is often expressed in nonverbal ways, in the sacrifices made, in moments of support, in silent advice, and even in everyday actions. However, there is something incredibly powerful and transformative in hearing these words directly from a child. In a world where fatherhood is often seen as a role of leadership, responsibility, and even emotional distance, "Father, I love you" is an affirmation that breaks down all barriers and reveals the vulnerability, affection, and intimacy of a deep and true relationship. In this piece, we will explore the impact of these words and how the love between a father and son can transform lives, create unbreakable bonds, and build a legacy of love that surpasses generations. A father's silent love. How it is expressed without words. A father's love is often not spoken but demonstrated. It manifests in daily actions, in the effort to provide the best for his children, in the time dedicated, in personal sacrifice, and often in the silent presence during moments of need. For many children, a father's love is something that goes beyond a simple verbal declaration. It is felt in the actions performed every day, whether it's waking up early for work or being available during the most important moments of the child's life. But what happens when the father finally says, with all sincerity, "Father, I love you"? For the child, hearing these words is like receiving confirmation of a love that has always been there, but perhaps wasn't fully understood or expressed in the most direct way. This seemingly simple moment carries an enormous emotional weight, as the relationship between a father and child is one of the deepest and most meaningful that exists. The beauty of paternal love lies precisely in how it can be transmitted in various forms, many of which do not involve words. For children, the affirmation "Father, I love you" can be the culmination of a journey of silent love. The impact of these words goes beyond a simple gesture, creating a stronger emotional connection, renewed trust, and a deeper understanding of what it means to be loved by someone so significant. The importance of verbal expression of love. Although a father's love is often expressed in actions, verbal expression has a profound impact on the relationship between father and child. Often, fathers show their love through gestures of affection and dedication. But "Father, I love you" represents more than words. It is an affirmation of a bond, of acceptance, and of genuine emotional connection. For a child, hearing these words can be a turning point. Even if a father's love has been evident in every action, verbal confirmation has the power to validate and reinforce that love in a way that gestures alone cannot. The explicit demonstration of affection also creates a safe space where the child feels comfortable expressing their own feelings, further strengthening the relationship. When fathers open themselves up to say these words, they are teaching their children the importance of expressing emotions. They show that it is normal and even essential to communicate what we feel, and that love does not need to be hidden. This type of healthy communication is crucial for a child's emotional development, as it creates a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Paternal love and the formation of self-esteem. A father's love is fundamental in the formation of a child's self-esteem. From the very first moments of life, a parent's affection, support, and validation shape how a child sees themselves and how they believe they are seen by others. Upon hearing a father say "I love you," the child internalizes the idea that they are worthy of love, care, and respect. Fathers who openly express their love create an environment where their children feel valuable and important. This emotional validation is essential for the development of a healthy match, as children and adolescents tend to internalize their parents' words and attitudes. Love expressed verbally reinforces the feeling that they are worthy of affection, and this is reflected in how they handle challenges, interact with other people, and position themselves in the world. Throughout life, the lack of verbal expression can create insecurities. As a child may have doubts about a father's love, even if it has always been demonstrated in other ways. Therefore, It is important for fathers not only to show love, but also to confirm it, creating a solid foundation for their children to feel safe and confident in their own identity. The father's vulnerability. How love reveals strength and courage. There is a mistaken idea that fathers must always be strong and invulnerable. But the truth is that a father's true strength lies in his ability to be vulnerable and express his feelings. When a father says, "I love you," he is not only being affectionate, but also showing courage by emotionally exposing himself. Vulnerability, far from being a weakness, is one of the most powerful ways to strengthen the family bond. By being vulnerable, a father teaches his child that there is no shame in showing emotions, and that love is a force that should be shared. The courage of a father to express his feelings creates a space where the child feels free to also be vulnerable, knowing that their emotions are valuable and deserve to be expressed. This act of vulnerability has a profound impact on family dynamics, as it creates a foundation of trust where all members feel more at ease to open up, share, and, above all, support each other mutually. "Father, I love you" is not just a phrase. It is an expression that love can be the basis of true family strength. The love that transforms. How words create lasting memories. Saying "Father, I love you" creates memories that mark a child's life forever. Words have the power to become eternal, to be stored in a child's heart as a reflection of the unconditional love a father feels for them. These memories of love, expressed in spontaneous moments or in moments of need, become an emotional pillar in a child's growth. These words, said at different stages of life, convey different meanings. When said in childhood, they have the power to provide security and affection. In adolescence, they can be the basis of mutual understanding in moments of conflict. And, in adulthood, these words can serve as a reflection of a relationship that has always been nurtured with love and affection. The emotional memory created by "Father, I love you" serves as a lighthouse for the child. Even in difficult times, these words can be remembered as a point of support, a reminder that they were always loved, regardless of the circumstances. A father's love is an indelible mark on his child's life, and the words he chooses to express that love have the power to transform. Paternal love in adolescence. Overcoming barriers with affection. During adolescence, children often begin to emotionally distance themselves from their parents. Life changes, and the search for independence can create barriers in the relationship. However, a father's ability to continue expressing his love consistently by saying "I love you" can be the key to overcoming these barriers. In adolescence, children begin to test boundaries, explore new identities, and deal with life's pressures. However, even when they physically or emotionally distance themselves, knowing that a father's love is constant and unconditional creates a foundation of security and trust. Words of love help to preserve the bond, allowing the relationship to evolve, but without losing its depth, even if the words "I love you" are not said frequently. A father's attitude by showing genuine interest in his child, by providing support in their choices and challenges, has the same impact. Adolescence can be a tumultuous phase, but the continuity of paternal love helps keep parents close, creating a space of trust so that children know they can count on them, even in times of change. Unconditional love. The meaning of "Father, I love you." In moments of challenge, the phrase "Father, I love you" carries even greater weight when expressed in moments of difficulty or adversity. In moments when life becomes challenging, whether due to a family crisis, financial problems, or complicated emotional situations, hearing this affirmation from a child becomes a reflection of unconditional love that transcends any situation. The true essence of paternal love is constancy and dedication during the most difficult times. A father who says "I love you" during life's challenges is not only reaffirming his love, but also showing that this love does not depend on favorable circumstances. This type of love strengthens family relationships, creating an emotional bond that resists the test of time and difficulties. For the child, these words serve as a safe haven in times of turbulence, knowing that, regardless of external difficulties, a father's love remains firm, offers comfort and confidence. And for the father, Hearing "I love you" from his child in difficult moments also brings confirmation that his dedication and efforts have not gone unnoticed. Paternal love in building trust and emotional security. A father's love goes far beyond what words can express. It creates the foundation of trust and emotional security that will be carried by the child throughout life. When a father says "I love you," he is not only expressing a feeling, but confirming that the child has a safe place in his life. A space where they are welcomed, respected, and supported, regardless of any situation. This trust is one of the main pillars of the father-child relationship. Children who grow up with loving parents, who feel emotionally secure, tend to have an easier time dealing with life's challenges. They know they have a solid and unconditional support, which gives them the freedom to explore the world, make decisions, and even make mistakes without fear of being rejected or judged. By expressing "I love you," a father reaffirms his commitment to his child, creating an environment where love is not conditional but constant. This type of support is what allows a child to develop fully and healthily, as they know they will always have someone by their side to face life's ups and downs. Love as a legacy. The impact of a father's words across generations. A father's love, expressed through words like "I love you," is not limited to a single generation. It is perpetual, and its impact extends over time, affecting not only the child's life, but also future generations. The relationship between parents and children has the power to shape a family's future, creating a chain of love and support that is passed from one generation to the next. When a father says "I love you," he is in fact planting a legacy of affection and dedication that will be passed on to his children, who in turn will pass it on to their own children. This legacy is not only emotional, but also cultural, as it teaches children the importance of expressing love, caring for family, and establishing solid and lasting bonds. A father's words of love can be repeated, reinterpreted, and applied in different ways across generations, creating a family tradition of affection, trust, and mutual support. This impact goes far beyond the simple phrase said in the moment. It becomes an emotional and cultural legacy, a bond that is passed from parents to children, creating a solid foundation for future generations. The power of gratitude. When the child says "Father, I love you," the bond between a father and child is not just a one-way street. As children grow and mature, "Father, I love you" also becomes an expression that comes from the child to the father. When a child becomes an adult and begins to reflect on fatherhood and the father's role in their life, these words become a powerful expression of gratitude. This moment of reciprocity is profoundly significant. Throughout life, fathers are giving of themselves, but the true beauty of fatherhood is when children recognize this and express gratitude for all that has been done for them. The simple act of a child saying "Father, I love you" is a confirmation that love has been received, cultivated, and, finally, returned. This recognition of love creates a healthy and continuous cycle of affection, where both sides nourish and grow. For the father, hearing this from an adult child is a confirmation that the dedication and sacrifices throughout his life were worthwhile. For the child, it is an opportunity to honor and recognize the importance of their father, not only in moments of need, but throughout their entire life. The unconditional love that transforms lives. The power of a simple phrase, "Father, I love you," goes beyond words. It is a reflection of an unconditional love that strengthens bonds, builds trust, and leaves an indelible mark on each of our lives. A father's love is expressed in countless ways, whether through silent gestures, daily actions, or even in words spoken with sincerity. This love is the foundation upon which a child's identity is built, and words of affection are the seeds that create a legacy of security, self-esteem, and emotional connection. When a father says "I love you," he is reaffirming his presence, his protection, and his commitment to his child's happiness and well-being. These words have the power to transform lives, heal emotional wounds, and create lasting memories that will be passed down from generation to generation. Therefore, never underestimate the power of paternal love. Whether with gestures or words, the way a father shows his love shapes the future of his children and the legacy of his family. Now, it's your turn. Have you said I love you to your father or child today? Don't wait to express your love, whether in words or in actions. The bond you create with your child today can be the foundation for a future of trust and affection. Share your fatherhood story with us, or share this video with other parents to inspire them to express what they feel. If you believe that a father's love is a powerful force that transforms lives, subscribe to our channel, Light in Fatherhood, and join us on the mission to spread love and connection between fathers and children.